Hi everyone, my name is CQ. I'm glad to be here for our group presentation. We are Tutor 3 and Group 8. Our group members are Fadi, Haoji, Ido, and me. Our topic is precarious work. Precarious work means uncertain, unstable, and unsafe work. Precarious workers tend to have lower wages and a more dangerous working environment. Women, ethnic minorities, and migrants are more likely to do. In this kind of work, workers tend to bear the work risk rather than the company and the government, and they will receive limited social welfare and legal protection. So this presentation includes 4 variants about precarious work, overview of relevant theories, joint analysis of our experience, and a simple conclusion. First, I will share my variant about builders. Because there is a construction site not far from my home, every time I pass by there, I will see many builders. Their working environment is so bad. They have to face the hot sun and the machine noise every day. They wear hot hats and clothes with full of ragged holes. They were stepping on a pair of shoes covered with so much dust that cannot see original appearance. Because of high-intensity labor, their blood vessels on their arms are clearly visible. This is the best proof of their long-term physical work. Among these builders, there are men, women, young, and old. They all sprinkle their sweat on the construction site for survival. The one that impressed me the most was a female worker. Compared to other male workers, she looks very thin, but her work intensity is a lot different from others. She still needed to do the same things. I can imagine how tired and difficult she was. After a few hours of intensive work, they found a corner out of the sun, then squatted on the ground and started smoking. At that time, they tend to look relaxed. I guess it should be the happiest time of them at that day. Even if they are so tired, they cannot make a lot of money compared with the labor they have paid. Their wages are almost insignificant. They can also called migrant workers. In order to survive or to raise their children, they have to leave their homes and go to other countries or regions. But they have no other skills. They can only engage in some manual labor and sell their physical strength in exchange for meager wages. Also, they have no legal knowledge. They are often deceived by their employers and have to accept low wages and high-risk work. I don't know if they still have hope for the future, but I believe they didn't give up the future. This is my variant.
In 2019, I worked as an intern in the human resource department of Refino company. I got this internship from HR department in my college. I had some knowledge regarding the mission and the cultural perspective of the company. Refino provides big care growth opportunities to its employees by its operations. Thus, the professional experience by the internship is a step towards success. The organization has a good market reputation and follows ethical regulations. During my internship period of 6 months, I gained a lot of experience and learning. However, I also experienced negative things during my internship, specifically relating to job insecurity, low wages, and underemployment of employees in the organization. I encountered precarious work issues with some employees in the company. I saw a man who was well educated but was not given a post according to his qualification by the manager of the company. I also observed that many employees had job insecurity as they were not well treated by their coworkers, even though the company is well reputed on the ethical code of conduct within the Rafino company. I saw discrimination among employees and they hold insecurity due to their cultural background and gender. The employees took benefit of the non-availability of exclusive and many issues for junior staff. Various events took place in the company during the internship, which was quite disturbing. However, the HR manager helped manage and resolve the precarious work issue in the organization.
My partner struggles with feeling like she is trapped in a room where time has no end. If this is her sentence, then I will apply for her appeal. Life like this is really unfair, but unfortunately legal. As a call center worker, her working for the financial government is actually worse because you would think working for the government you would be benefited, you would be secured and safe. But unfortunately, she's not. If more of her would speak up, then maybe this industry can no longer be a precarious work environment and industry. And then the company would be shamed. The company is lucky that the only motivator that gets her up in the morning to start work and to commit to work and to continue is the citizens of New South Wales and the low socio-economic individuals. If her commitment was based on the conditions and the pay, the staff absenteeism would sky through the roof as COVID-19 grasps New South Wales by the jugular and halts jobs, goals, future endeavours and relationships. The casework industry plummets. COVID-19 transmission case numbers mirror the same amount of numbers that are put through day in and day out. The real struggle are the ones behind the telephone, the ones behind the calls, and the calluses on their fingers, the ones who have memorized lines as if they were robots, and the ones that are horrible and unimaginable working conditions, work schedules, expectations, and wages. The term precarious describes a form of labor that is poorly compensated, unprotected, and insecure, notwithstanding the lack of a legal definition. Simply, this refers to employees who are unaware of their job status, who do not have a contract, who do not have access to basic human rights, employment rights like paid leaves, breaks, workers who are paid cash in hand, far from the below minimum wage, who may be working in conditions that are deemed inhumane or lack of human and civil rights. Rogers 1989 outlines precarious employment in 4 dimensions. In a fairly old but extremely relevant way, these are the 4 degrees. The degree of probability that one will have a job for the rest of one's life, the extent to which you have a control over working conditions, income, and speed of what you work at, the extent to which workers are protected, example like discrimination, unfair dismissal, unacceptable working conditions, social protection, and also lastly, the 4th dimension is your level of income.
The transformational theory is helpful in changing the situation by making the leaders play an efficient role in the management of employees and the operation of the company. This approach helps to increase job security for employees and ensure that the rights of the employees are secured in an organization. Each employee has the freedom to speak to the managers and share their problems. Precarious work is an important problem that should be resolved by the Human Resource Department and leaders to reduce inequality. Precarious work is a complex scenario in which one is employment. The theory of performance management can help in work balance and division of the company. The senior employees will not be able to put stress on low scale employees to do everything they want. The transformation theory will manage the human issue and behaviors by integrating within and ensure that the system do not to put pressure on the employees to work more than they require job roles. This approach will improve the position of low-scale employees in the company and provide them positive work experience.
Gender discrimination is no different in terms of precarious work. The feminist theory can be applied in cases as women are loaded with more administrative and clerical work rather than giving them higher posts in the organization. The laborers' work is given to women with less pays. From my point of view, I have understood that women are included in the teams just to show diversity and inclusiveness. Otherwise, there are just a few women among many employees who reach higher positions. The theoretical perspective is present in which the precarious work is shown a dilemma in organization and overall society. The workers do not get what they want for the effort put in by them. I have witnessed this a lot around me as feminist theory diverted about precarious work and gender discrimination. And I have no working experience, but I hear a lot of stories from my friends. And two of my friends, male and female, are on contract in some company at the same post. Both complain about not getting by benefits against the work other than salary. But the female's pay is lower, and she also gets less shift to work on. I've seen the vulnerability which causes mental problems and family problems due to less wages and more pressure during work. The precarious work is understood to be affecting personal lives because of less job security, which may lead the people to be more frustrated in the society. And another of my friends, he is an Uber driver. He has driven Uber for some times in which sought to be lucrative work without any domination. However, it was different when he worked he had to drive that for like 10 to 12 years daily to earn extra bonus, whereas the company was earning a lot more than that. He had no extra benefits, no society security or any other benefits, but the pay of the rides he took. On some days, he got sick and could not drive, which causes no income or any other benefits on that day. It shows that the precarious workers is totally on his own. The organization fulfills their capitalized interest from the workers, and in return, there are no benefits from the organization or even the government. It was an example for precarious work. I infer that the political theory shows that the government and regulators support the capitalism in which organizations are allowed freely to make profit, generating policies rather than being concerned more about employees. I have been direct part of the precarious work directly as well as indirectly, as I saw frustration among my trains. The theory also shows that precarious work is a dilemma for the society as it raises frustration among the people. And there is no job security, which causes a negative impact on the fulfillment of the physical society needs of workers.
Overall, precarious work is the main feature of social relations between employers and workers in the world. Precarious work and job insecurity are global challenges. Research on precarious work is crucial because it can lead to major work-related, such as unsafe work environment, economic insecurity, inequality, and non-work related, such as family, community, politics, consequences. The impact of precarious work is continuous and long-term, and each of us should pay attention to this issue. Therefore, our society needs to reduce precarious work, which requires the efforts of all of us. This is our group presentation. Thank you for listening.